It's important for pet owners to keep their animals up to date on the rabies vaccine because the deadly virus can spread very quickly. Veterinarian Dr. Melissa Webster at Tampa Veterinary Hospital is here with us today, along with TJ, to explain the dangers of rabies. Is this common?
Rabies is serious. Every day, as veterinarians here in Hillsborough and Pasco and Hernando, we're watching for it. We've already had 3 positive cases that we know of this year.
Wow.
So it's scary to me.
Sure.
I mean,
what is rabies? How do you define it?
Rabies is a virus. You might think of it as like a germ to make it something small and simple, but you can see it microscopically. So it's a virus that affects the brain or spinal cord of a pet and makes them act unusual. I brought TJ because you can see he's a more hyper dog. If he were really placid, not moving, laying around all the time, I'd worry. That's an abnormal behavior.
Is rabies a shot you should get? Your rabies vaccination, is that once a year? Do you have to keep doing it?
It depends on the county. Florida has the right, each county can have a different regulation. Here in Hillsborough, we vaccinate a pet 12 weeks and above with a 1-year rabies and then can come back the following year and do a 3-year vaccine. But it depends on your pet and what they need and your lifestyle, what we're doing.
Okay.
Like he is around a lot of animals. He gets a 1-year vaccine. He goes a lot of places with me, so.
So how would someone or an animal get rabies?
The most common transmission, when I was reading on the CDC, actually it was kind of crazy, obviously wildlife, raccoons, cats are one of the highest problems, especially with feral cats, unfortunately.
They're
spreading it. And bats are an issue, skunk. So if he encountered wildlife, in the States, actually, the woodchuck was the highest reported. I think it was 2006.
Really?
But so he's a hunter if he went and beat up a woodchuck, which would be bad.
Crazy.
I think the woodchuck would win.
Well, once a dog or an animal is bitten, how long does it take for rabies to show up?
We have a quarantine period federally for 10 to 14 days and to see if the pet's temperament changes. But it can sometimes take months. If a pet's been unvaccinated, bitten by a suspect animal, we quarantine them not just for 10 days, but for 6 months is the federal law.
And you notice it because they get a little more lethargic and they're not
temperament
active?
change. They may be hyper and salivating at the mouth and looking crazy, or they may just be really despondent and just lethargic and not caring, just laying around.
And once they're infected, how do you treat it?
There's no treatment. They will die.
They will die.
And just like us as people, we will die. It's scary.
How do you diagnose it?
Unfortunately, it has to be off of tissue from the brain, and so the pet has to be put to sleep. We don't have any easy test. In people, they have some other tests that they can run on us, but in a dog or a cat or a ferret, for instance, or wildlife, that's how we'll diagnose it.
And is the vaccine expensive?
The vaccine is not expensive. If there's one thing, please bring your pet in and get it vaccinated, because it's scary. I have people that get sued because the pet bites the neighbor's kid, and it's trauma. Just vaccinate your pet. Even though you live in a tower 18 floors up, your cat doesn't go out, please vaccinate that cat.
And it's one simple shot?
One simple shot, yes.
Okay. All right, Dr. Webster, thank you for being here, and thank you, TJ, for being such a lovely dog with us today. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.